98 out of 2,500 there. Let's see. We also have a prize that's going on right now during the Castlevania Bloodlines and Symphony of the Night. It's a $10 buy-in for the Yokai print. It's a Dracul print. It's very cool. If you take a look at it on our website at the tracker. So coming up right now, we have Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It is a race between Zex and Mecha Richter. And then after that, we had a donation incentive for an Alucard Any Percent run done by Rom Scout, which got met. So that should be going on shortly. All right, we've got some donations here. $35 from Daniel Seibert. Hey guys, really enjoying the marathon so far. Been following since last SGDQ. This marathon hits close to home for me as well as so many others. I've lost my uncle and grandfather to this terrible affliction, and I'm fighting it myself right now. I was diagnosed back in April 2012 with stage 3 brain cancer, and I discovered this great community while I was in the hospital awaiting surgery. Donation goes to Runner Choice, and good luck on the rest of the marathon. Let's hit that goal. Well, thank you so much for your donation. I'm sorry to hear about your loss, and hopefully you will be doing well soon. I have $55 from General Shrimp. Hey guys, this is such an awesome way to raise money. At 13, I was given 6 months to live. Well, it's 10 years later, and I've been cancer-free for 9. So I'm doing all I can to make cancer our inappropriate noun here. Can't wait to see the rest of the runs. Keep up the good work, and that stained glass Hylian crest is sexy. Well, I don't know if I'd call it that, but it is pretty awesome. Thank you for your donations, everyone.
Between me and Morgs because I was just having fun commentary and
Yeah, but
I figured with his DKC3 is obviously better than DKC2 shirt that the trash talk was obviously mutual, but apparently people were hating. I had a real life friend text me like, oh my god, people are like a giant war between you and Twitch chat.
Like,
no, we're cool.
Yeah.
All right, okay, well,
Actually, I love you, dude. But actually, yeah, well, it was mostly trash talking and mostly sarcastic. So please don't hate on this guy. Follow him and everything. So yeah.
He's a good run. I mean, I don't like DKC3, but he's a good runner.
All right, cool. Take care, guys.
love you, Morgs.
There's more than just the one picture? Let me look.
Mecha has 7 controllers. One of them heated up while not being plugged in. Don't worry about stuff.
So it looks like that even though there's only one prize on the schedule currently for Castlevania stuff, there are some pretty cool perlers that we have.
Very hard.
Those were donated from our Beast Birds, right?
It was Reroots who donated these.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I have to keep these in bubble wrap just to make sure they're safe. So I know you guys might not be able to get the clearest picture of them, but you'll have to do it's $20 buy-in for these. It's a full set, and there's also.
Can you turn this for me?
Oh, yeah. Come on, man.
We also have 2 grand prizes.
Perfect. That's perfect. Thank you.
A Majora's Mask box set. This was only released in Europe and Australia. There's only 1,000 copies. It comes with a certificate of authenticity saying it's number 163 out of 1,000. A t-shirt, a Majora's Mask themed watch that has 72 hours on it. Some stickers, soundtrack, box copy of the game. It is the PAL version. But this is a very rare collector's item and usually goes for $1,000 at least in auctions. It's a $50 buy-in, up to 3 bids for $150, and cumulative donations throughout the marathon do get you in the drawing for the prize.
All right. Are our mics on?
Yep.
All right. Before we start, me and Zex made an agreement that we should do something to make sure we have a really good race. So we don't want to do any safety strats or saves or anything. So we made, prior to this, we made saves in the same spot. So if we die at all or something horrible happens, like we soft lock the game,
It could happen. It can happen.
spoiler alert, it might happen. We can just load up that save closest to that area, so that way we can just keep the run going. And I guess that's it. So we're pretty much ready to go whenever you guys are.
We're ready to go?
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so this is the alternate mode of Symphony of the Night, and Richter is kind of a glass cannon. He has high offensive power and dies in just a couple hits to pretty much anything throughout the entire run. So the possibility of dying and needing those safety saves is very real, and it's probably going to be pretty intense. So Richter also has a ton of movement options, as you can probably tell already. He has the air slash, which is actually the horizontal movement they're doing in the air. That's a not three-quarter, you can do a three-quarter circle, but it's up, down, quarter circle, forward. And while it may seem easy enough to chain that, Symphony of the Night does not have a very good input reader, to be perfectly frank. You can't quite do it like a fighting game motion. It just will not do anything past the first input you do. So it needs to be in a very specific rhythm, and they will be using this quite a bit throughout the run, as well as other techniques such as slide kicking off. And by the way, this is how boss fights go, like every single one, because that's just how much power they gave this guy.
I wait and grab that health because Richter doesn't get much help from these. Well, he gets full refill.
Yeah.
And on top of that, his max HP goes up by a little bit. And you have to wait at the clock room for 2 minutes anyway, so I just grabbed that.
Yeah, the route for all bosses, optimally for Richter, goes through the clock room, much like Alucard does in like every category. So it opens and closes the statue on the left side every minute, meaning that 1 to 2 minutes it'll be closed, like right now, and at 2 flat it'll open. So you're able to farm hearts a little bit, and you might be able to tell they have the same strats for a lot of the game.
Oh my uppercut doesn't work.
And yeah, sometimes you'll just miss inputs because the game's finicky like that.
Or my controller is just bad.
And yeah, every time you uppercut, if you hit a ceiling, you can't do another input for 4 frames. So kind of hard to time an air slash out of that. And this is a 60 FPS game, just so you have maybe a little bit of an understanding of the timing on that. I'm not even sure they intended you to like slide into this thing.
That is a really hard
tight.
slide kick to do.
So when they're throwing the holy water on the Hydra Storm, they're trying to throw it on a specific frame, so that let's see if one of them gets it here.
I got it.
All right, so yeah, if it hits the right frame, then it'll just stack the damage of the holy water and the Hydra Storm like consecutive frames, so you just see a tower of numbers. And they'll be trying to do this on quite a few bosses, although there's actually not that many bosses in the route anymore that use holy water compared to before. There's some other sub-weapons they'll be getting, so you won't get bored with the same old Hydra Storm on every single boss.
All right, I have an anonymous $235 donation. It says, my previous donation comments went unread, so you forced me to go nuclear and use all my remaining donation comments at once.
Oh, nice backflip.
In many languages, the word for hope is derived from the word for wait. We have no need for hope because we are not waiting for miracles. We'll make our own miracles. Not everyone can be a researcher, but we can all do something to help them get the tools they need to prevent more suffering. Applause for PCF and the donors who make the work possible. P.S. You can do it. Mecha Richter, Don Ellis is with you.
So something you might see them doing quite a bit here, when they slide like into a candle or something or an enemy and then start air slashing immediately, they're actually quickly doing a backflip off of that. And you generally won't notice that because they're just doing the air slash so quickly. So
This ceiling, I hate it.
yeah, and anytime you hit a ceiling, it cancels out your inputs, so stuff like that can happen too.
Ceilings are the hardest enemy in the game.
Yeah, ceiling boss is the strongest. So yeah, there's a lot of like more inputs going into this than you can even tell just from watching them in the screen. And fun thing here is the door cancels out your Hydra Storm animation, so you can throw the holy
Watch
water
the
quicker
candles.
for the quick kill.
Oh, never mind. I jumped into it. These candles can break in the next room.
Yeah,
You get the quick kill.
because the Hydra Storm's still going. And they do that in the second castle as well, on that door.
Gear.
Yeah, so there's a couple bosses that are in Alucard mode that are not in this mode. I guess Konami got like really lazy and decided that they weren't going to program any of the bosses in with cutscenes to like take out the cutscenes. They're just like, yep, they're gone. So Minotaur and Werewolf, Succubus, and Death, as well as Dracula even, none of them are in Richter mode. So the first castle routes between characters are very, very different, but then the second castle routes are pretty similar.
I have a bunch of really larger donations
Yeah,
to
you
read.
go for it.
$100 from Anonymous. Rosa Red, Gods are blue. Cancer is bad. F-Zero GX is very hard. 5020 from Wintergreen. Here's to Zex for repping 502. We're all here for you. Stay 50 true. Shout outs to the rest of the 502 and of course the incredible runners and staff that make this all possible. I have $500 from GT Tuna.
Yeah,
Die
nice.
cancer, yeah.
Tuna.
That's fine. Die cancer, you don't belong in this world.
God, please.
Great job as always with the marathon so far. Planning on making it SGDQ this year. Shout outs to Rom, Dex, Dacid, who is not here, but Mecha and the rest of the Castlevania crew. You guys are the best speedrunning community, and I love all of you. Let the winner of a best of 3 rock, paper, scissors between Rom and Cosmo decide where this goes. It's $500, so
Wow. Well, what were you going to give it to? I was going to give it to F-Zero. Yeah, okay.
oh, then just
well,
put it on
that's
F-Zero.
easy then.
Speaking of which, we're getting close to hitting that goal, so everyone
Yeah,
put all
we'll-
your money
we'll do it
towards
after.
F-Zero.
Fine, whatever.
Oh,
All right, that's one. Okay, there you go. He won 2 of 3.
Oh my God.
I got $100 from Rhea.
I gotta grab health.
Okay, So
Loving-
both of them are pretty low on health here, so wisely grabbing the full health there.
I've got 100 from Rayeth, loving the Soten runs, putting this towards shirtless percent for Contra, because that is exactly the way the game needs to be played.
What?
Okay.
Yes, thank you, Hyphen.
This.
And 250 from John M. This world ill needs vampires and cancer. Be gone and trouble the soul of my mother no more. Can't not donate during Soden. Please put this towards Rom Scout's choice and let him know he's got a new volunteer for AGDQ 2015. I think everyone's choice right now is F-Zero. F-Zero. And with that, I'm off the mic. You guys have fun.
I don't think I mentioned this yet, but when you go through doors and certain rooms, like a post-boss fight, you can buffer your input. You can even buffer full of air slash. So you'll see that in some areas.
Yeah.
And there's a pretty cool skip coming up here.
Yeah, even though Richter runs are mostly about movement and optimizing that, there are a couple glitches in each run. So this is potentially one coming up here for both. When you beat this boss, you can skip, have him go around and just get zipped down by the door. See if they'll get it here. It's they have to stay on the right edge of that platform there. And
Wow, I was really late on that.
let's see if Zex gets it. They have to stay on the right edge of the platform there until the water comes up. Then the door will just be open and they can just get zipped down when they come back in. So, as you can see from Zex catching up there, that gained quite a bit of time.
I think it saves like 12 seconds over.
Yeah.
Please. I killed them.
Never
but then-
underestimate toads and frogs
Yeah.
in this game.
Well, we've got a little bit of a lull in the commentary. Allow me to welcome everybody to Awesome Game.
They heard you. Oh my God. Okay, I think we're okay.
So let me welcome everybody
What
to
was that?
Awesome.
Oh my.
Should I just write it on the sign?
I think you're fine now.
Okay. So again, let me welcome everybody to Awesome Games Done Quick 2014 here on Twitch TV.
Okay.
If you like what you see, please get the word out there through social media with the hashtag AGDQ2014, because the more eyes we get on the stream means more donations, which means more money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation, so they can invest more money in their excellent work. And I have a $5 donation from Evan Coaster, who says, this year, both my mother and grandmother underwent cancer treatment. My mother, fortunately enough, made it through and is now completely cancer-free. My grandmother, however, passed away this October from it, and I don't want to see cancer affect any more people. Keep up the games, guys, and thank you for your great cause. Well, we apologize for your loss, and we're also happy for your news, and thank you for your donation.
You going for a straight on the way back?
All right, so this is
That was a boss.
yeah, this is one of the only bosses you have to damage boost to quick kill it. And so if you come in here with like, low health, obviously that's not happening. But luckily they both had enough health to do that. Uh-oh. Those guys are
They heard
dangerous.
you.
Yeah, not getting past any of the enemies in these rooms quickly can get really dangerous really fast.
Yeah, their fire does a ton of damage.
Alright. Fortunately, they're both able to make it to the health.
There's a different strat I have for that last room, but it's really hard to pull off. I haven't had time to practice it.
Alright, so that's every boss in the first castle. They'll be moving to the second castle now, and the game kind of is a way to just make sure they don't have Richter get one-shot by everything. Gives them a little bit of a stat increase going into the second castle, so basically it won't look much different than it's being now.
I think you do double damage.
They'll just kill stuff a lot. Yeah, you do like double damage, so it's basically just to scale it so that you don't get crushed everywhere, even though you will anyway if you're playing casually.
I've got a $50 donation from Parappa Town, who says, cancer is bad, video games good. Keep up the great work, everybody.
So they grab the warp there because they'll just be coming back for a faster route when they go back to Medusa.
Got it. I saved a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Maybe not even a second. Just
It's a second this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
it's cool looking though. So this time the door, instead of just automatically closing in on them, they have to go back and make it close in on them. Pretty tight trick.
I've got a $50 donation from Poxnor. Back in my day, this $50 could have gotten my name in a game. Get off my lawn with your post-Game Boy era graphics and your non-ear-hurting music. But seriously, I hope you're all having a great time. All the best to you guys. Keep up the amazing work, Poxnor. Thank you, Poxnor.
Okay, something you might have seen on Zex's screen a second ago, and we'll probably see a few more times on each, is when you slide off an edge and then you let go of every input, it gives you a speed boost because that's how cool this game is.
You can hold down, but you can't hold down any other
Okay,
direction.
you can hold down, not any other direction. So they'll use that quite a bit too. And one of the reasons to get the knife in the second castle here is that Galmoth, who's the big major optional boss that probably a lot of people just gave up on as kids, in order to kill him with Hydra Storm, you have to do like max hearts and then frame perfect the holy water throws on every single pass. Whereas with knife, you can kind of do just a cheap loop on him, and it'll kill him in like 3 or 4 casts depending on your critical luck. So otherwise, I'd probably just stick with Hydra Storm here. Oh.
Hit the ceiling. Coming up is the hardest boss in the game.
So Mecha does have a little bit of a gap right now, but you shouldn't get comfortable with that because this boss is really hard, and then there's some really dangerous rooms right after him.
Oh, yeah.
So the second doppelganger boss, you can do some easy AI loops on him, kill him kind of slow, but to keep him from doing his mist move into the air and being invulnerable for really long, they do this whip into air slash, and it can be kind of tricky, especially with how quickly you have to do the input. So,
yeah.
And Mecha nailed it. So there you go.
Just to follow on from my little thing earlier about getting hashtag AGDQ.
He killed me.
Yeah, the hitboxes in that section are kind of ridiculous. When you go past a Rock Knight and also the Toads in the first castle, if they jump over you, the hitboxes in the Xbox version for some reason move off the sprite. So you can just go past them and then suddenly get hit by nothing. So it's one of the worst bugs in this version of the game.
Venus Sweet does so much damage. I can't believe she actually hit me.
So Zex was able to get past them, fortunately.
So just following on from my hashtag of AGDQ2014 earlier, I'd just like to point out that Twitch is going to donate $50 for each concurrent amount up to 5K with 100,000 concurrent viewers. So the more eyes on us, again, the more Twitch donates.
These bats, I hate them.
Yeah, these bats are pretty nasty. Basically, every room in this run is like fine and dandy as long as you don't miss an input or screw up at all. There's actually not that much RNG. There's only like one RNG spot on a boss fight, and that's it. But you know, the moment you miss an input, then you better have really good recovery because you can die so easily in this mode.
I love mowing those guys down.
Alright, so here you get to see that Yalmoth can be completely cheesed. You're completely invincible during the knife crash, so, and you even have a little bit of a leeway mashing it. Like right there, he just stood up and was still invincible, so it's really easy to crush him with this.
Headbang.
Yeah, and you might remember from previous GDQs, Alucard runs that make him turn around and then head bop. The reason for that is because Alucard can't just sit here like that. So he kind of dies.
You can save a lot of time on a boss just from how many
just from
criticals you
critical
get.
luck, definitely.
That's a really hard slide kick to get. It's pretty much frame perfect out of that room.
I've got a $100 donation here from the man with sauce. When I was in college, I was one of the researchers into some new anti-cancer medication. One of my favorite games to play in my downtime was F-Zero GX. It helped me deal with the long days and nights spent doing research and studying. Now it comes once again up to help us fight cancer. Thank you, man with sauce.
I swung too late. You swing early enough, you can like hold your whip down. You'll kill a thornweed. What did I? You see that? I like clicked hard of the
Don't worry
ceiling.
about it. It's so.
I'm still in bounds. I'm okay. Bloom Pod does a ton of damage.
Yeah.
I got really, really close to him.
Yeah, it's demonstrated. You know, I'm both get past this section, but yeah, the
Don't
balloon pods
say it.
have magic.
Okay. Yeah, your slide hitbox is really, really bad.
Yeah, it even though you can do consistent inputs through that room, sometimes the balloon pod, I don't know if it's like a subpixel thing or something, but the balloon pod just decide, yep, you have been hit. You are not sliding through me right now.
Your hell spawned. That ain't fair. Sometimes that hell despawns
Yeah.
and we have no idea
There's
why.
just too much going on in the screen there, I guess.
It'll probably be back on the way back there.
Yeah, his death animation is like the longest in history.
That's for you, PJ.
Uh-oh. Alright, so Mecha's been closing the gap a little bit, but still plenty of dangerous sections left. One of the most notorious rooms for speedrunning any category in this game is the interim coming up. You need a very specific set of actions no matter what category you choose. And if you mess it up at all, you've got like, I don't know, like 10 enemies just kind of coming in on you for fun.
Uh-oh.
Alright. Yeah. Safer to reset the room than go off of that.
Running away.
Well, you can see, both giving them some issues.
Yeah. I'm not sure how to recover there. Never had that trouble at the top of that room.
Yeah, if you position the knife crash just right, you can actually just kill all three without moving, which is pretty impressive. I'm pretty sure they didn't design it that way. There is some luck with when Grant drops there, but it looks like, Mecha's getting trolled a little.
Yeah.
But Zek's got pretty good luck there. Uh-oh. These Minotaurs move really quick, so hesitating at all there can get a little dicey. Yeah. Pretty much the whole rest of the run's scary as shit.
Yeah. That's not the right direction, Richter. That arrow.
That arrow
brings the pain so bad.
Alright, so the last two bosses are Beelzebub and Shaft, and we'll be finished off with the axe. So, coming up towards the end of the run. But,
that's faster than quick killing them with the holy water.
Yeah.
That's why we grabbed the axe.
I'm just going to cut in quickly to remind people that we do have 2 foreign language restreams going on. We have twitch.tv/MrMV for our French viewers, and we have twitch.tv/exe_de for our German viewers, and both of those communities have been...
Actually makes me very nervous doing that. Make me really nervous.
Wow. So, in case you can't tell, it's kind of close.
Yeah.
That was really scary.
Yeah, even Mecha's health, I don't know, like a Guardian sword would definitely
They
one-shot
one
him.
hit, I think.
Yeah. Like, there's no safety in this run.
None. What? Are you kidding me?
It's time.
That has never happened in my life.
Oh my God.
Out of 8,000 runs, that's never happened. Wow.
Well, that was a really
Time.
good race either way.
Good run. So that was Richter mode.
And now I am
A
the win.
plethora of shenanigans.
One day we all will be one.
The fact we both finish it is a miracle. I only died once, which is also a miracle. That's why we had backup saves, just because in case something like that happened.
Yeah, he died in like the worst hitbox room in the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes there's not much you can do about that.
I didn't really get a chance to explain too much about some of the techs that work with Richter. The air slash is up, down, forward attack, and you might have noticed we were gaining some height.
All right,
during
you
that.
jump out of it. I never mentioned that.
Yeah, you can. Game's really weird. You can like combine inputs, so you can do the up, down, forward, then jump, then attack, and you'll jump a little bit, then air slash. So we were using that a lot, and
yeah, very technical game.
yeah. As Ron mentioned before, like when you uppercut and hit the ceiling, there's 4 frames where you have dead input. And on top of that, if you clip a ceiling at all, like if your head hits the ceiling when you're doing an input, the input it resets. And it also kind of does that in between screen transitions, but it seems to be random. I don't know.
Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, sometimes it'll let you right through with no problem.
There's some really weird momentum things too. If you do a slide kick and you don't touch the ground and do anything like an uppercut after or an air slash, you can't move horizontally yourself.
You only have like vertical control.
Yeah. So if we do like the backflip off a candle and air slash, it's the same thing. But if we do like the hop, it will
Mm-hmm.
fix it. So yeah.
A lot of weird little things that
At least
mostly
a buggy game
just
with weird physics makes for interesting speedruns. So
yeah. Speaking of buggy game, if you thought you saw
we
something
got some
broken,
different bugs coming.
yeah.
Just minor programmer oversights. Nothing to worry about.
Just very slightly, yes.
The thing that impresses me the most about this game is 3 people in the right eye to win.
Well, I don't think I'm alone in saying that that race really did keep up this year's tradition of absolute nail biters to the last moment. Thank you so much for that. And we're going to get ready for the any % run of value card, right?
Yep.
About as ready as we can get. Toadstool.
I honestly don't know if I want this on because it will fall off. You might just want to move that closer to the TV.
Yeah, I think your headset falls off like every single stream.
It does.
Toadstool percent? Do they have Toadstool?
I do have to say we are getting a lot of donation comments asking to be entered for prizes. You don't have to do that. Any donation of value that qualifies you for a prize will do so. So please put your donations towards future incentives. We are less than $400 away from F-Zero. Sorry about that.
Was it already synced?
From F-Zero GX's very hard mode. So that can be one of the things you want to put your money towards.
Yeah, it's. Got it? All right.
It's like searching for something. Oh, because there's 2.
It's so.
Is that Mecha Richter's?
Yes.
Maybe we should reconsider this.
You're gonna get the toadstool and you're gonna eat it and die.
Huh. Well, I've gotten it to work with mics, so I guess I'm using mics.
Oh.
Like, can you figure out why this might not sync? Just press that, right?
You know, harder than that.
Rom Scout, while you're setting up, we're going to go to a quick commercial. Is that okay?
Yeah. Okay, we're good.
D-pad, love to see another day. Honestly surprised. We should probably let it finish playing out. Or you can go to dashboard.
Hey, I wasn't kidding. You guys.
Oh, wait, really?
Bro, just an I just for the scan.
Stand up.
Okay, so welcome back, and just let me point you guys in the direction of one of our sponsors here, the Yeti, who have been putting together some awesome t-shirts for us. Find them over at theyeti.com. That's YETEE.
Your runner's choice, coordination. F0. Okay. Hard mode or head start?
I've got a $250 donation from Ian Schmidt, and it merely says, I'm loving the Castlevania block and had to donate.
Hopefully.
Okay.
That's the point. It's pretty bad if we don't.
That's cool. Could have been Toadstool, then so like bring him into it, right?
I don't know if you want to do that.
I think if you name it Toadstool.
Okay. What? Are you good? Yeah, we're good. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh God. Okay. So explain the intro thing, because I'm gonna be collecting hearts and screwing up.
Yeah, so when you go through the intro, you can get different weapons when you start as Alucard, depending on how you play through the fight. So you notice he got more than 45 hearts, and that lets him get the neutron bomb to start off with, and that's going to be useful later.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to end the fight with 0 hearts, which will give me a heart refresh, which is also used for a glitch in this run.
Yeah.
Very minor glitch.
Yeah, not really that much. This gets like 5 bosses, whatever. Oh, nice. Didn't get the quick kill. So that thing they're doing in the all bosses run also applies to this battle.
Yeah. I don't think we ever explained it too well, but we throw holy water during a hydro storm. If you hit the right frame, it like doubles the damage. So you kill an enemy or boss twice as quickly if you land it.
Here comes the button mashing.
Yep, this is shield dashing. Not warmed up yet. We'll get there in like a room.
It's pretty hard to keep up that kind of pace. I think it's definitely been proven to be more effective with 2 hands. So notice Romscott's like continually switching which hand that he's mashing the buttons with. It's pretty hard to do. And already the neutron bomb trick is coming up.
This trick was discovered by a great friend, Sockfolder, who
completely broke this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's focus.
No.
That looks good.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
That's why they're here.
Nice.
Yeah.
So previously it was thought that you can only skip death in luck mode, and the reason for that is in luck mode, you start with 99 in luck, but it also nerfs all your other stats, including your HP, which brings it down to 25. And there's a interesting thing about this game where you have like different stages of knockback, and if you get hit for more than your max HP, or
half of it,
you get knocked back pretty far.
Until you hit a wall.
Yeah, you go flying until you hit a wall or a ceiling.
Right, so it's possible to get hit by that ward and get knocked entirely through the death room, and that's how you can skip them normally. With this neutron bomb trick that Sockfolder figured out, it's called reverse shift line. It's really, I don't know 100% fully understand how it works, but it basically lets you skip one screen length. So he just like kind of teleported directly through Death's room, thereby skipping him and keeping his really powerful equipment that he's gonna be able to kill bosses faster with, and pretty much the real thing is it skips the cutscene.
Yeah, it actually, this skip, if done in an I didn't actually do it in an optimal way. There's another method that's like frame perfect and requires no pausing. So that clock rush they did in the Richter All Bosses run, that was 2 minutes. There's an 8-minute version in this. And the statue, if you don't pause, it all opens up exactly at 8 flat. So with this neutron bomb stuff, probably like, I don't know, 8:05 or something. So overall, even with the death skip over the old any percent runs I was doing earlier in the year, it only says like 5 seconds tops, because you still get to the clock in basically the same amount of time and just have a faster Minotaur and Werewolf fight. So for something so hard, it's like, seems insignificant, but the game's pretty short. It's only like 17 minutes and 40 seconds or something like that. It's my record, I forget.
1746, I think.
Oh, okay, something like that.
I don't remember. You keep beating it like every week. Try to keep up.
So right now he's heading off to get the wolf relic, so he can, well, basically you can use the wolf to
Unless
do a
you
couple
get a
things.
friend to drop along.
No, he's not getting the wolf. He's getting something else.
All right, so there's this crazy theoretical route for this game, and it's the potential for us coming up here soon. There's an enemy, and there's 2 of them on the way, and then 2 on the way back. But on the way there's 2 of these guys, and when you kill them, it's about a 1 in 100 or so chance of dropping a meal ticket. Now, when you get the meal ticket, it can drop 1 of 40 random food items. And there's 1 food item that can give you a damage boost, which would allow you to skip getting the wolf, which would save like over a minute.
Yeah.
And nope, didn't get it.
Reset.
So,
Runs over.
right, so if you got about 1 in 4,000 odds, probably even worse than that.
4,100, I think.
Yeah, around 1 in 4,100. You could skip this section right here.
And save like 2 minutes.
Yeah. So good luck with that. And of course, nothing's easy. When he throws the toadstool, it kind of goes off in like a semi-random direction. So it's hard to get it right.
Yeah, it's a frame perfect trick and it's just bad.
Yeah. Maybe someday someone will do it.
And this boss was coolly programmed for us.
Yep. I believe that's the only boss that's fully affected by the stopwatch.
Yeah, Doppel 10 and Doppel 40 are the only ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this, as long as I'm not screwing up too much, this first 8 minutes of the run is pretty much set, because I have to wait for the clock to open if I get there fast. Yeah, the reason you get the wolf is so you can jump kick off the candle in that room. When you whoops, cool. Oh, let's try it again.
Remember not to hold down at the bottom of the elevator. Yeah, so XBLA is pretty special. There's some weird glitches that happen. I don't think we really explained them in Richter All Bosses, but the Toads and the Rock Knights, their hitboxes are something else. I'm not really sure what caused it with the toes, but if you jump over the Rock Knights, their sprite or their hitbox goes like from here to over here, and you can like just swing at nothing and it kills them.
The other one is the elevator glitch he was alluding to.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It launches you into space. It's not very helpful.
Yeah, you can still push down at the bottom of the elevator, and it's not really sure what to do, so it like stops halfway up. And if Ron would have done that, he would have soft locked the game. He would have stuck in there.
Because they don't have the gravity boots. That's the only way you get out.
Yeah, if you have gravity boots, you can like gravity boot up and hold down a couple times, and it like the elevator goes flying out of the ceiling.
I can demonstrate it after the run, I think.
All right.
As long as I remember the inputs. I might not. Oh, I guess I was slow enough. Cool. I'm not used to seeing that open when I get here. That's all good.
If you screw up in that room with the boomerang guys, it's kind of bad because then you kind of get stuck and they're throwing boomerangs at you and stuff.
Yeah.
Am I good for a couple of donation comments here?
Yeah, go for it.
I've got a $150 donation from Robert Smith. It's great to see people and gamers come together in such an amazing cause. My father beat cancer and I am lucky to have him still around. I hope everybody's donations will really make a difference and we can all beat cancer together. Thank you, Robert.
One quick thing about this fight is that normally there's a cutscene that happens in this room, and the bosses actually spawn during the cutscene, so they stand still a little bit and wait. And they're supposed to wait for the cutscene to end.
So when you skip the cutscene, you just get to whack them. It's cool. All right, so this is one of the hardest skips coming up, even though precisely it shouldn't be, like precision-wise. There's just some random movement with jump kicking off the books here, and jump kick hitboxes are horrible, so there's a chance I'll just get knocked down. Or I can do that. And then it's Miss Wolf Fries. You just kind of chain them very tightly, and you can get up a little bit of extra height, so that's how you do that. And someone else can explain this for me.
I'm not even sure how to explain it, but we used to have an old method of doing this with the sword card, and we call it the money glitch. You cast the sword brother spell, and
I hit that like
that was like frame perfect.
He went really early there. But
my heart dropped when I didn't hear it talk. Yeah, so if he was like a frame early, he would have had a bad time. You have one shot at doing that. So when you walk in here, you like automatically walk up to the librarian, and then I guess it kind of like stores her. She's supposed to sit there and talk.
Okay,
but
so basically her voice activating allows you to pause the game during the shop cutscene. Normally shouldn't happen. Then you can pause during the shop menu, also not supposed to happen. So you can equip a garnet while you're ready to sell it, and the game decides instead of subtracting 1 garnet from the 1 garnet you have, it's subtracted from 0, and then it underflows, and I had 255 to sell. So that's why I have the duplicator, which allows me to have infinite expendable items right now. So I get just infinite buffalo stars and infinite mana prisms, which you can see the game's done now. I just have to get to the end.
Yeah, because expendable items are like kind of rare, like they're really powerful. But once you have the duplicator, you can just like spam them and it does tons and tons of damage.
All right.
The game gets really, really fun at this point because once you have infinite mana prisms and the bat, you get to do this thing, infinite wing smashing, where you keep chaining the input over and over. And it just feels so fun to play and just like move the bat around really precisely.
Yeah, there's like, I think moveset is a 26 frame window where you can repeat the wing smash input and get it to go again. So pretty much any time after the bat's head bobs when I do the input, I just can do it again. Waterly wait for that. And it's one of the most important speed tech in the game.
Also note that he's transforming into mist for a really, really brief period of time in order to stop the bat and then like turn around.
Yeah, that's how I changed my momentum, basically, really quick. Otherwise I'd like turn into human Alucard and like drop a bit and it'd waste a lot of time. All right, Richter skip's coming up. I guess we could explain that. So normally you're supposed to fight Richter and have the holy glasses, and it takes a long time, so we're not gonna bother with him. There's been a lot of methods that have been done for this over the years, and one was found very recently, within the last month. And instead of, one that a lot of people might be familiar with is having the wolf go through the floor. Instead of doing that, you can now just jump and turn into bat, but it's a little more complicated than that. So I'm going to try to... I have to line up my subpixels, which are a thing. I don't know if anyone wants to explain what those are, but that's what this is all about.
Right, so now he's in exactly the right... Ooh, nice.
So that is frame perfect, but when you're in the exact right position, you do a full jump, and then if you turn into bat the frame before the screen transition, there's a little frame in the transformation animation where you have no hitbox at all. So that happens to be the frame that coincides with the screen transition, and you skip the Richter battle trigger. And so then the keep's just normal. You can just wing smash through that.
One of the reasons the Richter skip's such a big deal is because, like, without the holy glasses, even if you beat him, it kind of just ends the game early with the bad ending. So you actually have to get past that trigger, and getting the holy glasses really does take too long.
Oh man, she got a shot in. I'm giving her that one. She won, not me. Okay, this room coming up is really dangerous. Just like the Imp room gave them trouble, the same thing could happen to me. Have to be really tight with the wing smashes here. Oh, okay, that was close.
That room is so nerve-wracking.
Okay, this area can also just kill you. But luckily there is a fast route that, as long as you can infinite wing smash reliably, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so last skip coming up pretty soon. It's pretty much the same method actually as skipping death, except I'll be using a heart refresh as opposed to using the neutron bomb into the level up. So I'll be getting to the spot where a screen would start scrolling, move forward, use the heart rate, oops, nice. Move forward, the other direction, and then use a heart refresh on the right pixel, and then backdash out of that, and it'll launch me past the save room, and then if I time a transformation correctly, I can just fly into Dracula's chamber. No?
That looks...
You think that's worked before? Okay. Okay, it works.
All right.
Yep.
That was a pretty significant discovery because before you had used multiple heart refreshes, and even though you have the duplicator, even you can't put one in each arm because you only actually have one. And this method only needs one heart refresh, so you can skip going out of your way to grab it.
So it basically cut like 25 seconds out of the route. So yeah, that was pretty recent.
And also with out of bounds, anytime you go out of bounds, unless you're like using the bat or miss, the game doesn't like you being in bounds or out of bounds, so it pushes you down until you're back in bounds.
Yeah.
Or
So that transformation had to be timed like perfectly, otherwise I just get zipped down
Yeah.
and then fail the skip. Okay, time's gonna be soon, obviously. Time.
Go back whence you came.
Holy shit. That's like 5 seconds off my record.
Sub 18 in a marathon.
If you would have did the library clip, that would have been.
Yeah.
We have
I would have had to have hit it though.
Bomb Scout. We have the obligatory question from the chat, which is what's world record?
Okay, on the same timing it would be 17:45, I think. So it's pretty close.
About 8 seconds.
Yeah.
She said, "Do not hate you."
It's ridiculous.
If you cannot live with
Sub
them,
18.
at least do them no harm, for theirs is already a hard lot.
Yeah, so thank you everyone who donated for letting me show off this run. This AGQ meant, I guess, a little more than usual because I have like 5 family members who have been affected by cancer this year, and as everyone knows, it's not a struggle just for the person having cancer, it's a struggle for the entire family. So I'm really happy that I was able to participate in this, even though it was looking unlikely a month ago. And yeah, thank you everyone for donating. Really appreciate it. What? I could try it, I guess. Do you remember how to do it? You
I don't know
could
if
do
I
it.
have a save for that. I think I only have passive saves.
So does Zax.
Does he? Actually, it might be low percent. I don't know. So I don't have
Okay,
anything.
I don't think we have any saves set up nearby, unfortunately.
Well, you can check, but I doubt it.
All right, so now we got what? Some Mario Kart?
Actually.
Is that right?
Up next is Mario Kart 64.
Oh yeah, that's a glitchy mess too. You'll love that. Oh man, can't believe I got that.
Yeah, nice time.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I've got a $20 donation from Andre Treber, who says, "I'm glad we could all come together to defeat Dracula, but I'm even happier that we could come together to beat cancer. Cancer has left its mark on my family and may do again, but charities like this help make the future brighter for us all. Thank you all."
I think you guys can get up if you want. Like, I don't know what pixels you're looking at now.
We're listening to the sun.
I just wanted to come up here so I didn't stand through the whole thing.
So while everything's getting set up for Mario Kart, we are going to run a very quick commercial break, and we will be right back. I can't hear you. I don't know. Let me call up the. The estimate is 45 minutes. Okay. Okay, welcome back. So this is Awesome Games Done Quick 2014. It is being run by Speed Demos Archive and members of Speed Runs Live. Speed Demos Archive, or SDA, is the premier community for video game speedruns, which for those of you that are joining us for the first time here, as you probably guessed, means completing games as quickly as possible, be it through practice or knowledge of game mechanics or planning or routing and things. If you want to see more from the members of SDA, head over to twitch.tv/team/SDA. And Speedrun Live it's the best site to race video games online against, be it all players of players of all skill levels, be it competitive or casual races with your friends.